Here's how you insert work onto your portfolio site. I'm going to insert work from English. You want to make sure that your drive is organized into subjects, because if your drive is a mess, this process is going to be a mess. If your drive is organized, your process is going to be pretty easy. So I want to insert work onto the English section of my site. So I'm going to go into the English folder in my drive. Here I've got a bunch of work that I've chosen to put in my portfolio. I've labeled it all with 9th grade and 10th grade so it's easy to find. I want to do the 9th grade work, and you'll notice I have both my autobiography cover sheet as well as my autobiography final project, and I'm going to insert both of those onto my site. Here's how you do that. I'm going to go to English. This is 9th grade English, and I was in CP, and I want to insert work from my Google Drive. Before I do the work, I want to put in a text box that gives the title of the work. So I'm going to click Insert and then Text Box and title my work. So this is the Soldier Autobiography Project. I want this to look like a header because it's a title, so I'm going to give it a heading. Okay, and then I'm going to write a brief description of what that project was. Here I've described what the project was and explained which part I had graded because that was relevant for here. Now that you have the description done, you're going to embed the actual work. And we'd recommend that you do the cover page first and then any final work that you have, followed by any process work that you have. For my soldier's autobiography here, I have the cover sheet, so that'll go first, and then the final work, and I don't have any extra drafts or process work for this one. So here I'm going to now insert something from my Google Drive. So I'm clicking Insert and from Drive. And I've got to go through my drive to find that folder. So for me, that folder is in my portfolio. It's in a folder I created for the demo portfolio website. So I'm going to go to my English folder. And then I'm going to choose first my 9th grade autobiography cover sheet and then say Insert. Okay, so now an image of that work has appeared from my drive. I'm also going to add a text descriptor to explain what this is. So I'm going to go below this and click text box. Okay, and it appears below. I'm just going to title this the autobiography cover sheet. Okay. And then the second piece of work I have to insert is the final project itself. So again, I'm inserting something from my drive. And I'm going back to that portfolio folder. Okay, and I'm going down to my 9th grade Part 1 autobiography final, and I'm inserting that. The title for that piece is going to be Final Draft. Okay, now that you have all the pieces on your page, you can move them around either according to the way your advisor would like you to format them, or just in terms of what makes sense to you. So it's easy to change the order by clicking on these little dots on the side, and you can just drag them up and down. So for example, the title is above the piece of work, but you can also make things go side by side. To do that, if I wanted my autobiography cover sheet to be next to the title, I'm going to click on this blue box and drag it sideways. And you'll see the grid pops up. Now I can change them back and forth. So I'm going to make this go over here. I can change the width of those items, so I can click on this box and make this quite a bit narrower. And then I can click this box and make it quite a bit wider so that it's easier for people to see. Okay, I can do the same thing with my final draft. Maybe I want my title to go up on this side. And I have to click the blue box to make that happen. And I can make this either narrower or wider. So I can make this narrower like this and make this wider like this. Again, you can always edit the text by clicking on the box, so I can add more description here if I'd like. I can change the formatting of this text to, for example, a heading, so it's bigger if I'd like, or smaller. and that's all your choice. When it looks about the way you want it to look, you're going to hit Publish. And now your work has been saved. This is still your draft version, so this is what you see as the editor. If you'd like to see the way it looks on your actual site, you click the Preview button. And this is what it would look like on the web. So you'll notice I've got this cover sheet with the title, the other piece of work below. I can scroll down for the whole site on the sidebar, or I can scroll through the work with the small sidebar. This is what it looks like on a website, but you can also see what it would look like on a tablet or what it would look like on a phone. And this helps you kind of imagine what your site's going to look like for your readers. And that's how you insert work.